Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Martin Basila, and I'm a founder of Sensoneo. We founded Sensoneo more than 5 years ago, and at the time we began with the monitoring of the waste trash bins. And from that time, we went really long journey. And today, I would like to show you the very new product which was developed for our client in Germany. We always do any new development with the focus on all partners and new customers. So everything is done as a new module. So it means that even other customers can benefit from the new features we have developed. Sensoneo began the story with the waste management and waste monitoring in the cities. And later on, it was universities and industrial parks. And after all these years, we get a very good name, and companies are coming to us to develop for them something specialized for their kind of market. And in this case, automotive company came to us and they asked us to help them to manage the waste collection inside the factories. It's quite different because you are not using standard GPS or the maps of the cities. The environment is inside the factory where it's no GPS at all, and the layout of the factory is very unique for every customer. Okay, so let me show you our new product. It's a factory waste management, which is developed for B2B, which is developed for the factories, for whoever who is producing waste inside or during their production. This is very typical for any production line that during the production you have to unpack material which to be assembled, for example, in the car, or you need to cut something, clip something. So the workers are producing waste. And this is not only disturbing moment that you have to have an empty bin, because in the production lines, mostly in the automotive, everything is very well planned for a single second. So you shouldn't have any external disturbance to your process. Otherwise, you are really producing quite a cost to enter company if there is such a disturbance. And there is also logistic behind the factory, the distribution of the material, etc. So even of the collection of the waste, it can be disturbing if you are rolling with a trolley around the factory and you are blocking other machines which are distributing the material. So the major challenges for the factories, for the manufacturing, is on the first place the delay of the collection of the overflowing bins. This shouldn't happen. If any of the client, any ISO audit will come to the factory and will see that your bins next to the production line point, it's full of waste and maybe on the floor. This is really killing your credit, and it's even disturbing the workers who are using the bin. The same thing is you are doing unnecessary collections. If you're coming too often and you're picking half empty or almost empty bins, it's also disturbing effect. You have to take the full bin, bring the new one, and this is disturbing moment for the workers next to the production line. Unnecessary routes, if you are routing like standard factory, what we have seen till now is like 80 to 500 bins which you can find in that factory. And if you don't know where to go, then you are just producing chaos, and you are going maybe not with one, maybe with two cars, and you are traveling across the factory, and you are disturbing the material distribution or the product collection from the production line. So these unnecessary routes are also wasting your resources and are disturbing the production of your products. Data from the bins are very valuable. If you will see how much waste you produce in this production step, maybe it will generate questions, and maybe you will invite your supplier and you will speak with him that maybe he can change the packaging of the material he's distributing to your factory, or he will change a little bit the shape, that when you're cutting the rubber, it will be not so much waste coming out of it. So data from waste are very, very important, and they can even help you to optimize your production, to optimize your product cost. Our answer, the Sensoneo answer to this problematic of our client was that we have developed waste management solution which is designed for factories. And what we want to do, or what we do, is that we are enabling the just-in-time waste collection in the factory. All the routes are automatically created because we know, and our software can learn very easily the floor map of the factory, so we know where we can go, where we can't go, there's a one-way route, etc. So we are accepting all these constraints which are in a factory, and we can always calculate the fastest route how to do the collection. We are reporting how full were the bins, we are getting the feedback if there is any problem with the infrastructure, and with this solution you can even analyze your data, and as I said, you can really learn a lot about the production in your factory and about the bottlenecks when it comes to waste generation. And for the automotive, it's 5S is a mantra, and we are helping companies with the 5S implementation. And this solution, and that's amazing, can be up and running in 7 days. And that's what they need. You can't disturb them in this like a 4 month or something like that with the installation of the new system. It's a very, very sensitive environment. The process, how we do it, is very simple. So first of all, we have to know that there is a bin which needs to be collected. It could be done either through our sensor, that the sensor is telling us that some threshold of the fill level was reached, or it could be done with a button. The button can be any kind of button which can use the IoT network. This is a Sigfox button, and when I press the button, the message will come to our system. It means that the responsible person who is working on the specific spot at the production line, he pressed the button and he indicated that the waste needs to be collected. Our software is reflecting constraints like, if I press the button, you have to come in 60 minutes, or you have to come in 30 minutes. Or you can collect my bin, but you cannot combine it with other bins because there is an incompatibility of the bin shape or the materials, etc. So this everything we can consider when we do the calculation of the route. So at the first second, we get a message from the button that please come and collect my waste. Then it goes to our system, and every minute our system is checking which bins needs to be collected, where was the indication done, and based on that we are automatically creating the collection routes. I will show you the live demo at the end of this presentation. And all this data goes to the tablet, any kind of Android tablet 6 Plus, it should be version of the Android. And in the Android tablet, our application developed for this purpose, it's showing him which routes needs to be collected. And we are navigating him, we're showing him which is first, second, third, directly on the floor map. And he can do a lot of more magic with the application. I'll show you later. Smart button, as already described, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple equipment. If you are an NB-IoT operator or LoRa operator, or if you are a Sigfox lover, it's up to you what button you will use. Today we have a Sigfox button and LoRa buttons, but as I said, if you have your own, maybe Wi-Fi based, it's fine. So you can combine, if you are a partner of Sensoneo, you can combine your hardware with our software. If you don't have anything like that, we are very happy to deliver full package. Our first installation are done based on Sigfox, so you will get the Sigfox buttons and Sigfox gateway, which is coming with a 3G dongle or LTE dongle. So you can just distribute the buttons next to the bins, and you will install the gateway. It's a question of second, or we can do it for you, or our partners can do it for you. And from this moment, you have everything what you needed when it comes to distribution of the equipment. You don't need any more equipment, only the tablet for the driver. And once the button is pushed, the button is sending us the message that, hey guys, you should come and you should collect this bin. The button is also indicating the level of battery, so we know in advance that there is a need of battery change, but the Sigfox one will survive years and years, and LoRa will be the same and be similarly same. So you don't need to consider some like a changing of batteries of every year. It's not like that. It will definitely survive many years and serving the purpose. Then it goes to the platform for the operators. In our platform, you can easily drag and drop. You can create your factory. So it's pretty simple. You upload the PNG file with the description of the factory layout, and by drag and drop, you are placing on the layout the places where are the bins, the specific bins, because you are taking the bins from the list of the bins which you imported to our system. And you are placing the bins on the specific place. You are placing the crossroads symbols, and you are making lines between the crossroads, so you are showing which are the appropriate and allowed and approved ways where you can go when you do the collection. If you don't want to do this, we will do it for you. So just send us the PNG, send us list of the bins, and we need a pure or we need a clear PNG without the bins, and we need a picture with the bins that we can really see the location of the bins, and our customer support will do it for you. So you don't need to do anything, just give us this material, and it's a question of 1 hour, the standard factory, and it will be prepared for the operation. So this is the platform for the like a setting of the system, and the same platform is then used also for the overlooking and managing and overseeing what is happening in your factory. So this is for the operators or for the managers or logistic analysts who are working with the data. Once you have a buttons, once you have the set factory and the bins on the layout, then our collection planning engine is taking the place. You can set a couple of variables to the collection planning engine, like you shouldn't combine this type of the bins. You shouldn't. You should come and you should collect your my bin in 60 minutes. Or you can say, I have also another 25 bins which doesn't need any button, but they need to be collected every day. So you have you can have like two benches of the bins. First group are the bins with the buttons that you are signalizing, and your people are signalizing, please collect me. So it's kind of on-demand collection. Or it could be that you can say this another bins, for example, for the hazardous materials or for the oils and colors. These bins needs to be collected every day, once a day, or every Tuesday, or every Friday. So it's something like a frequency based that telling me how often I should collect them. So in the factory, you will always find these two types of groups of bins, and therefore our platform and our planning engine is also considering from which group this bin is coming. And based on that, the planning engine is starting every single minute, and it's checking what is the situation in the factory, and it's automatically planning and replanning the collection route, and it's sending them to the tablet of the driver. The collection application for the driver, it's navigating the driver. So you can see on the left side there will be a map with a plan of the factory, and then the driver can follow the symbols. There's the first, second, third, fourth. And on the right side he can see the bins. The pictures of the bins are actual picture of the bins. These drivers, they have a lot of things to do, and if you give them as many information as it gets, it's super helpful. So you can load in our system directly pictures of your bins, or at least you can do that are green, they're red or blue, or any or black kind of bins, and he will see directly that, okay, now on the first place I have to go for the green bin. It's 1,100 liter is the capacity of the bin. So we will give him as much information as it gets, that he will find the bin as quick as it's possible. Once he is coming to this bin, he can do even he can send a feedback from that bin. So this is the typical process what is doing the driver. He sees on the first picture, he sees the list of routes he needs to do. The yellow one is active, it's currently running, and he's doing this one, this yellow one, and the others are the routes which to be collected afterwards. We are not allowing to select the route which is youngest. You have to always start with the oldest, because there are the constraints that the bins needs to be collected in certain amount of time. Therefore, it's like a bulletproof. It's very user-friendly, so he shouldn't make any mistake with this application. So once he's opening the application, then he see detail, he see the map, he see the list of the bins. And when he's coming to the bin, he can click on the bin. And on the third picture, you can see that he can even write a text if there is any problem. He can take a picture. It goes to feedback in our waste management platform. And he can indicate the fullness of the bin. So he can even tell you, it was not 100%, it was like 33. I don't know why they push it. Maybe you can come and you can train them because they're pushing the button just for fun, or they don't know the process. So this is also feedback gathering, which is this application allowing to get from the driver navigation application. All this data goes to our WMS system, and then you, if you are a logistic analyst or your customer is a logistic analyst, he can analyze how many pickups is done for very specific bin, what is the typical percentage which is collected. You can see which bins are not collected at all, or which bins are collected too often, and maybe you can reconsider the capacity of the bins. And you can also calculate from the fullness of the bins how much of the waste you have produced at a specific place at the production line. So now the data became your tool for the optimizing and for the cost saving. Let me now jump to the live demo, and I will refresh my browser because I was a little time out of the solution. So let me even refresh the other guys here. All right, good. Fair enough. So this is our WMS waste management system. It's a standard system which you who are not using our system for monitoring of your waste or route planning of your vehicle for your vehicles, you know it very well. So there is nothing new for you. So we are still using the same. So you don't need to learn anything special. On the right side, you have a list of all the bins. We can import the bins for you, or you can create it manually, the standard way how we do it always. And you can see that there is already one bin which got assigned a Sigfox button. That's exactly this button here. So these are data which are like a demo data, and this one has assigned the button just to show you how it works with the button. So on the right side I have the list of the bins. On the left side I see the map. This is the address of the factory, of the stand, and I can see the layout of the factory. So today, when I even zoom it, I can see that there is no bin which is full, which is indicated as full. Also in the list, I don't see any bin indicated as a full. Over here, I don't see any bin which is over 75% or 66%. So everything seems to be well working. Everything is perfectly collected. But let me now indicate that, okay, my bin is full. So what I do, I press the button, and the button is now transmitting the data. And it's, okay, it should be transmitted through the Sigfox network. How can I check it out? Typically, if you know our system in the monitoring, if you are techie, you know that you have to go to IoT, and I can see that this button send a message. Now the message is very simple. The payload is 00. If there's 01, it means the battery is low. 00 means, hey guys, I was pushed by the employee, by the worker. So I get the message, and let me go back to the dashboard. And in the dashboard, in the bins, in a couple of seconds, the parsing of the message will come in a couple of seconds. So I will get the indication that the bin is full. Okay, now I can see it. It's already red. So by the pressing of this button, I have indicated that, hey, my bin is full. If I go to layout, I will select the factory, and I go to layout. Then I see that somewhere here, there is already, this one is a G6, yeah, it's a G6, which is full, which is indicated like to be full. So you can have a visual check what is happening in your factory, how many bins have been indicated as full, and what is happening in the routes. Let me refresh this route tab. And I can see immediately that there is a new route generated. I done nothing. There's a system thing, but the system found that the fact that there is a bin which needs to be collected. And you can see that from the depot, I went the shortest way which I was allowed to go. There was no chance to go somewhere else. So we are always reflecting what is allowed in this factory. And you can see that there is one bin which to be collected. It was automatically done. I have a simulation of the Android tablet here. So let me open the driver application here. And in a couple of seconds, okay, now it is here. It came as a new route for me. I'm logged in this tablet. This is an Android tablet system, and it came to my account that I should collect something. So I open the route, and I see on the left side the map, the same as I saw in WMS system, and I see that I have to go this way, and I have to collect the bin. It will be green one. It's even the icon is indication green, and I can see on the right side the exact picture of the bin. So okay, let's start, and I start the route by clicking on the route. The route became active. I'm here, so I go there. I came next to the bin. I have collected the bin. I said everything is okay. I don't need to say anything. And I said it was like 66% full. So they did something wrong. Next time they should wait a little bit. So it was still only there was a 1/3 empty. What you can do also, you can add a picture as a feedback. So if there is some problem with that, okay, that's me. So let's take a picture of me because it's taking from my laptop. So I add a picture here. So I indicate the 66%, and when I did the indication, it's sending the data, it's sending the picture to the backend, and that's it. There is nothing more to do. I had everything. I see the indication that there was a note taken, that there was a picture taken, and I will signalize this route as a complete. There is also process, or there is a way that after collecting the last bin, the route will be automatically completed. It's up to you. We can do it also this way. This customer asks for this process that the driver has to press the button of the completeness. So what happened in WMS system? Let's go back. Let me refresh the route, and I see the route is completed. Before it was approved, it's automatically approved, and now the route is completed. Down here I see that the duration should be 12 minutes. That was my plan, but because I made this magic, I was able to do it in 1 minute and 17 seconds. By the way, this is also kind of indication that maybe you should train a little bit better your driver. Because one of the high quality data is also to know which routes are frequently used, or which routes are too long, or it's taking too much time and the duration is quite long. And this can help you also maybe reconsider to place the depot of the car to the other place of your factory, because you will see that the majority of your routes are taking too long time, and you will see that if I place the depot on the other side of my factory, it can help to save time. So these are data, and you need to have a precise data. So even the driver needs to do his job very well, and from this time you can see that I was doing some not cheating, but I was already on my way when I was doing the collection, and then I recall, okay, I forgot to click on the route or something like that. So this is also valuable information here. If I go back to the dashboard, in the dashboard I can see that my bin was collected. It's 0 right now, and that's it. In the analytics, if you know our analytics, you can see that how many pickups have been done today, and there is a Thursday, so I can select time filter up here, but let me skip it for now. I think it will be somewhere here. Okay, there is a collection of the bin done. So there was done this collection on this specific bin is G6. It's the same with where the button is assigned. I can see also the percentage evaluation. I can see how full were the bins when they were collected. So this is reflecting the data from the driver application. So this is about the pickup analytics. And I have now everything clear. My factory is green. There is nothing to be collected. What will happen if many workers will press the button in one time? Let me simulate it for you. We have a magic button here. So let me take like this, guys, and let me set the bin data to the 100%. So it means that all of them send the message with the button. I just made the simulation to make it quicker and easier for us. And I can see that all the indication came. I have all the bins now in 100%. And in the root engine, let me go to root engine here. In a couple of seconds, I will see new routes coming. It's doing every minute. So you can see there are 2 new routes, approved. In this route, there will be 4 bins. In the first one will be 3 bins to collect it. So when I click on this one, I can see that there is a quite short one. I will collect 4 of them, and this one there are 3 of them to be collected. So this is the magic that immediately after indication, we immediately are doing automatically the route planning. You don't do any manual process. Only manual process is indicate, push the button. If you have a sensor, the sensor is doing everything for you. So you're just setting the threshold that if the bin is over 75%, please take it under consideration when you do the route calculation. And the second manual process is that the driver needs to collect the bin. Maybe one day there will be some robot to do it, but these are the only manual steps. But everything else, everything is planning with the route planning added value. It's done fully automatically. And that's amazing. That's simply, we love the way to do it, that you are completely avoiding people, you're avoiding the mistakes of the people, and you do everything like data-driven and fact-driven. This is what we do. And that's the magic of the factory waste management system and how it works. One thing which I have not shown you is this feedback. But before I go to feedback, let me go back to Android to see what happened in the Android application. We should be able to receive, let me open once again. We should receive the 2 routes over here from which have been planned for the driver. And I can see the route just came. This is the one with the three bins. This is the one with the 4 bins. And I can see what to be collected. And even the color indication is saying there are 3 green, and there is a 1 red bin to be collected, and this is the route we have seen in WMS. So it's working perfectly. We didn't have any problem with the production. We are in production like 2 months, and everything is working very well. And we are really proud of our software engineer and project managers that they've been able to deliver such a solution so quickly to so important customer. And last thing to show you is a feedback. When it comes to feedback, I know that I press the button and I send this feedback with my beautiful face. So the feedback is coming here. So the logistic manager or the plant manager can always gather feedbacks from the production line if there is happening something, and he can even see the evidence with the picture if needed, or with the description if needed. And I can see in the feedback the text OK. It's visible here. So if there was something written, I can read it here. Last thing is maybe to show you the editor of the layout. This is the editor. There is a layout, and with these icons, you just drag and drop. You are creating the crossroads. You are creating lines. You are placing the bins on the map, and you are placing the collection spots. What are the collection spots? Collection spots are the places in the factory where you can park your car, you can pull the bin, and you can do the collection at this point, because you can't go with the car somewhere next to the line. It's always specific collection spots which you need to follow, where you are allowed to go. And this is drag and drop, very intuitive, excellent tool to create your own factory or the factory for your clients. All right, so this is the system. Let me go back to the presentation. There is just last couple of slides. So we passed the live demo, and this is something. We can install the system in 7 days. In 7 days, it's so quick. You just get your package with the buttons, You just get your package with your gateway, if you need a gateway, and you just distribute the buttons. You send us the list of bins and the PNG of the factory, and in 7 days, you are up and running in production. You just simply can start your production and your collection based on data, based on the indication, the on-demand collection in 7 days. It's extremely fast and it's extremely scalable. And what is important, you are not disturbing your client. It's only disturbance that you are distributing the buttons. You are training in seconds your workers. You're telling them, hey, press it once happens this and this, when it's full or it's 80% full. And we will come in 30 minutes or in 60 minutes, and that's it. Okay, you train your driver, and so that's for sure, but you saw that the application is very, very intuitive, and even newbie can learn it very quickly. So 7 days, don't forget it, it's a magic. We have already, as I said, a very, very satisfied customer. It's a large global automotive producer, and we have installed this solution very quickly in a few weeks, because there was also some development which we will not do for you because it's already done as a module, and it was extremely quick. It's working as precise as was planned, and the customer is very, very happy, and it's saving them a lot of time, and it's giving them a lot of comfort, and it's decreasing the disturbance at the production line, and it's giving them a lot of data which then they can work with, and they can do the even better optimization of the capacity of the bins, etc., etc. So we get this reference. If any one of your clients would like to get the reference, our client is so happy with the solution that he allowed us to give their contacts. In advance, we have to signal them that someone will call them, and your customers can call for the reference, and you will get an extremely good reference for you or for your clients if you are reselling our solution. And now, after all of this, just free your imagination. Think about that it's not only about waste collection. You can imagine that with this indication, you can indicate whatever. You can indicate service need. You can indicate material distribution. You can indicate that you have already full stock of your products which you have which you have produced in the specific spot in your factory, and you are asking for collection of the products and bringing empty shelves for the new products. And the software will do it. You will always see who is asking for what. You can always set what's the capacity of the car which can distribute the material, and we will always plan the most efficient, the shortest route for doing your job. So it's not only about waste. So it's up to you. And to be honest, we already have one client who, once he saw it, he said it's excellent. But we don't want it only for the waste collection. We want it also for the material distribution and for the service on-demand request. So we have now a much larger discussion with other departments, and it's also extremely big automotive producer. So they already opened their imagination, and they've immediately found the magic of the application. So it's also up to you. I think we will learn the same story as with the sensors. We thought at the first moment the sensors can be used only for waste, but now you are partners and your clients, you are using the sensor for 30 different use cases. So I'm very sure that this will help a lot of your clients, and that this will help you to also make your business if you are our partner and you're bringing something new, something good, something efficient, and something that is optimizing and helping your clients' life. Okay. Now I go to the questions. So I'm reading the questions from the chat. Thank you very much for attending this one, and also thank you for all the questions. I'm very surprised how many of you are right now watching the stream. Thank you for that. Thank you for the trust. Okay. Should the red bin have a separate route? Oh no, the red bin and the green bin which I showed in the Android application they have the constraint that they can be collected together. But it's a really good question, because this customer, they have also blue bins for the metal scrap, and they cannot be collected with the red, green, and black bins. But a good question, yeah. So the red is for is a material differentiation. So in red there goes probably plastic, if I recall correctly. In the green one goes paper, and in black one goes some general waste, and in blue one goes to metal. But you can't combine the metal with the other guys. So yeah, they can go together, and it's up to your client how he has the constraints. So we can always reflect these constraints. How long does it take in average to mount the bin sensor? The bin sensor installation, if you go for the sensor, it's like 2 minutes. You have a mounting kit, and you drill the holes, or you use the magnets if you have such a kind of bin, or you have a special mounting kit that you just place it on the side of the bin, and when you are changing the bin, you take it, you bring the new one, and you place it back. This is one thing. And for the buttons, you don't need to install anything. You just distribute it. Typically, they tape it next to the bin, so not on the bin, but next to the bin, and it's dedicated for this stand of the production line. So it's nothing. It's a seconds when you do the distribution. Okay, it's individual based on this. Okay, so my colleague is already answering. Thank you for that. Exactly. So thank you, Ante, for the question. And you already opened the imagination that yeah, the button can be installed and can be used for any indication of anything. As I said, please collect my bin. Please collect the products I have generated at this production step. Please distribute the material. Please come and service my machine because there is some problem. So you can have even 5 buttons like that, and every button can mean something else, and every button can be, or every specific step then can be distributed to different persons. So the mobile application is not only for driver, it can be for someone who is collecting the material, it can be for someone, for the serviceman who is then running over the factory, and he sees where to go and where it should be first, second, and third, because once again, we always consider the time, because we promised we will come in 60 minutes. And that's therefore even the navigation is therefore very important, that you know that this should be first, because it was the first indication, and you're running out of time if you are not coming to that specific point at the first place. So yeah, this is a very good question, and yeah, thank you for coming with the question. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Sensoneo, we're helping you keep waste under control, and as I said, we will help you to keep your processes in the factories under control, because you have a direct interaction of the human, of the need, of the request, with the system who is doing a lot of automation for you, and it's avoiding the mistakes. And with our solution, you will have a better quality of the service. You will have the bins where they need to be. You will have a clean bins, empty bins. You will not disturb your core business, because your core business is not collecting the waste as a secondary, something what is happening, and the waste shouldn't disturb your core business. You will have a lot of data, and you will see that you can change the capacity of the bins, or you can change the frequency of the collection. As I said, you can have a bins not based on the button demand, but it can be also based on frequency, that every Wednesday you should collect this bin which is dedicated for the oils. But from the feedback from the driver, you will see that there is typically 20% or 33% fullness. So maybe you will change the frequency collection. You will collect it only once a week, not twice a week. And at the end, you will see that the driver will have a couple of hours a day time to do something else and help you. And we will help you to utilize also his FTE to his resource for your good, for making something on top of his standard work plan. Thank you very much for the trust. Thank you very much that you spent the time with us. And feel free to contact us at info.sensoneo.com, or please contact your regional sales manager, which is either me, of course, you can contact me at any time. It's Tomáš Vince, it's Peter Kňaz, it's Anas Idris, or it's Dominika and Jana from the info at Sensoneo.com. We are very happy to give you all the materials, to give you some insights. We are very happy to be part of the presentation for your clients. And that's very typical. So if you have a lead, please manage a call with us, video call, and our people will join the call and will help you to present to your client or to your departments the solution. Thank you very much. Again, I'm Martin Basila, and I'm CEO of Sensoneo. I'm very happy that you've been part of this webinar, and have a great day. Bye bye.